second elect, ahead of Blinder, who's got also strong support. Now they stand in their well. They're off racing. That's Funny As bounded out from the inside for Watson to lead Buster Bash, West River Miracle and Blinder. So the fancies are all up there early. 2 lengths Vital Flirt, getting back Bunker Buster from So War, dropping right back and being ridden along. Back towards the tail end of the field is Off We Go. And so as they settle properly, racing down the back, and the leader is That's Funny As. Steadies up for Watson, a length and a half on the favourite Buster Bash. Blinder down on the inside, travelling keenly. On the outside of it, keeping it company is West River Miracle. Then almost 2 lengths Vital Flirt, Bunker Buster. Second last is So War, and Off We Go trailed the field and spots the leader about 8 lengths head start when they go up to the far corner. And so by the 950, and That's Funny As, just lifting up the tempo after getting a breather when they'd settled down, led by nearly 2. Buster Bash running second. Down on the inside, Blinder from West River Miracle, who's going to follow Buster Bash every move. They're followed after a length and a half to Vital Flirt. Bunker Buster came off the bridle at the 600. Desperately ridden back there, so is So War, and Off We Go. That's Funny As. They will be the first into the home straight at the 450, and That's Funny As by a length, 3/4 and only a half now. Buster Bash put pay to it quickly. West River Miracle about to join in as Blinder goes for a run inside of those. At the 250, Buster Bash, he kicked a length now. West River Miracle. Warwick had to get the stick into the left hand. He's coming again. Buster Bash, Harvey hard at work. West River Miracle trying to cut the margin. Blinder down on the inside. Buster Bash though, he's finding it. Buster Bash, West River Miracle. Buster Bash has won it. Buster Bash beat West River Miracle and Blinder close up. Behind them, So War from Vital Flirt. That's Funny As is next. They were followed by Bunker Buster, and Off We Go is the last to greet the judge. Buster Bash first home, Paul Harvey. Trade Fair Gelding up to the mile this afternoon for Buster Bash, and up to it successfully. Tight for second and third, West River Miracle. Looked as though he might have got his nose down, but kicking back on the rail was Blinder, and that made it interesting. Fancy though that West River Miracle has finished in second placing. Buster Bash, West River Miracle, they had a good clash until Buster Bash was able to beat off the second elect, Lucy Warwick, holds second in front of 3 Blinder. They were the only 3 really that punters were interested in, and it was Buster Bash 280 into 235 that has certainly delivered. By Trade Fair from Disco Miss for David, Jenny Harrison, B Sanders, G Christie, L Wen, Ms K Thompson, R Roney, Toby Roney that is, and trained by Dave Harrison, written by the Pont of Paul Harvey. West River Miracle by All American from Soliloquy, another very, very good effort. Once again, Lucy Warwick for the Dan and Ben Pearce combination, and owner Teddy Hill, and number 3 Blinder third for Darren Thomas of Seymour Bloodstock, Bob Pearson, also Mark and Mike Pilkington. This is J Lord, Mike Fagan, the Brockwell Boys group, Neville Parnham and Carolyn Parnham. Fourth, number 7 So War, finishing on from second last to grab that fourth placing. 4-6-3-7 here after the previous for the day. 3/4 and a half ahead of the margins. 139.70. Track downgraded after race number 3 to a soft 6. 36.20 the last 600. So that's 5 now from 16 for Buster Bash, and has stepped to the mile and done it very well under the hands of Paul Harvey. The 5th event, the Amelia Park Handicap over 2,200, is clear of changes. Scott Embry is with us down in the yard, and the punter's certainly getting it right there. The fave, the second fave, and on the third line of the market, Blinder, well, it ran accordingly in third place.
Buster Bash makes it a third up victory today, out to a mile, and of all people, it's Toby Roney that joins me here, part owner of Buster Bash. Toby, this horse today looked like it found a beautiful race.
Mate, it was just perfect. It just couldn't have been any better.
And how have you seen his progression so far? 1,200, 1,400, perfect today to a mile.
The script was written in before, you know, so he just needs the mile. He's just that better over a mile to 2,000. You know, I think that's his distance.
We start thinking about this horse as a bit of a wet tracker because he gets through the ground, but on top of the ground too, there's nothing wrong with that.
Mate, last year at Ascot, he ran the fastest 1,800 of the season, 149. So he can go on dry too.
He's a very versatile horse, but geez, he's tough in the finish, isn't he?
That was a tough run then. They had every chance to beat him when they come around the corner and he'll straighten up, but he's tenacious. He's tenacious. I love him for his tenaciousness.
Especially when you have the second favourite on your back, getting the cover, brought him into the race.
Thought Luce was riding the perfect race, you know, but Harve had the better horse on the day.
Paul Harvey out in front. Geez, he's hard to get past.
Mate, he's a good rider. He's not about. He's never been any different. He doesn't say much, but he said to me today. Yeah.
I'll make sure you get in this photo. Well done.
Oh, I don't know about that. Thanks.
It's Toby Roney here after the victory of Buster Bash, who is a third up victor today under Paul Harvey. Sat outside That's Funny As, who was a better run today. Took him into the home straight, went past the leader, had West River Miracle to his outside. And of course, Blinder, who was cutting back to the inner, but too strong late. Buster Bash. Here is Michael Heaton with Paul Harvey.
Yes, Paul Harvey was aboard. West River Miracle was coming at him hard late, but this horse really knows how to dig deep and fight, Paul.
Yeah, I thought I was in trouble early. I lost my iron out the gates. Lucy looked down and said, ooh, like, what are you going to do now? I thought I was going to be in a bit of trouble, but I got it back in. Yeah, he's probably be better suited off a bit more genuine tempo, but he got the job done.
With the Goldfields Carnival not far away, do you think he could be perhaps a Coolgardie Cup horse, or does he need the sting out of the ground like here at Belmont?
I think he likes the sting out of the ground. Yeah, might be a bit firm for him up there.
And he was an 1800 metre winner at Ascot, so perhaps an extra up in distance a little bit may suit.
Yeah, I think the owners suggested that they'd like to stretch him out, so we'll see what happens.
Well done here.
Yeah, cheers.
There's Paul Harvey, David Harrison not here, so we grabbed Toby Roney for a word, part owner, and of course former very successful trainer here. Buster Bash has proved too strong, third up in the Morley Growers Market, 4, 6, 3 and 7.
Wherever I go. You hold all the pieces together. You bring